Alright, so guys, before you guys start this amazing video of mine today, I want to just take this moment to really appreciate the 100 subscribers that we managed to hit today or yesterday, but either one, I didn't really notice it until now when I edited my video for today. So I just want to take this moment to really show my gratitude because coming to YouTube, I didn't really expect this to go so well at the moment. Like I thought just a random guy talking about his life, his problem, his victory, his losses, like making the tedious video out there. It is very low chance that I may have people even watching it. And it's been day 266 now. And from where I first started, it has been a drastic change. So I'm just truly grateful of all the people that have come and gone, watch my videos, and some even leaving a like, leaving a comment. And this just truly makes my day, guys. Like I have no other way to express this because what can I say, guys? It just truly is a wonderful thing to see. But I am not going to hold you guys off any longer because today's video is absolutely amazing. So let's get right into it. Day 266 or 267, but either one, let's get into it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 265. No, 66. I hope you guys had a good day and are doing better than yesterday. But the time is currently 5:36, and it is Monday, so which means another brand new week, another week full of new goals. And this week, what I want to do is to complete my next project, my next personal project, but most importantly is to just improve a little bit better than yesterday. That means doing a little bit more work, and my goal for today, this morning, is to actually sit through a longer work period. So I'm gonna try fast till 12 o'clock before. So I'm gonna try fast till around 11 o'clock before I go to the gym. So instead of fasting till about 9 o'clock, I'm gonna try push it for 2 more hours and do a little bit more work until I eat at 11 o'clock. So that is the goal for today, but it is definitely going to be a challenge, which is why this morning I wanted to sleep in, because I want to avoid it, guys. But avoidance definitely is never the way to see growth. So let's get the morning started, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So guys, it is about 10:05. Just managed to complete my first half of this morning's work block. Now the plan is to have some protein, no carbs, and I'll just see if that does affect my clarity at all. If it does, then obviously I would not do it again tomorrow, but I do want to do it because protein synthesis is something I do care about. So I'm gonna go do that. But this morning has gone perhaps very well. Although this morning I didn't really want to do the work. When I came in, when I sat down and I understood that I could solve these problems that I have faced with yesterday, it just made the overall more experience more tolerable because I wasn't coming into work today to think about that I can't complete this simple challenge or overcome this obstacle, which is why a lot of us are afraid to act because we think we don't know the solutions to all our problems, so we don't want to accept defeat. We don't want to meet failure, which is why we don't act. And this is what I want to talk about today also as to why clarity isn't everything. That even if you're clear, you may not act in general. Because we can have clarity, we can be present, but we can never be so certain about the future. And this is the problem with clarity, is that we think that once we have clarity, we will know exactly what to do next and how the world and people will respond to our actions. But that simply isn't the truth, guys. No matter how much you meditate, no matter how much you journal, no matter how much you stay present in the moment, you cannot predict the future. And that is just a fact. Unfortunately, that is just something we cannot have control over. What we can have control over is our feelings, our emotions, and how we choose to treat the actions and challenges that we are faced with. But to predict the future is unlikely. It is not really of a possibility. Of course, you could plan, have an idea of what exactly might happen if you choose to do X and Y. But the response is something you may not always be so certain about. So, on the other hand, one guy may have extreme clarity. He may know or he may think 10 moves ahead, but he may still not act simply because there is still uncertainty. There is still uncertainty that fear will arise, that doubt arises. And once there is these negative emotions, even the person with clarity is not going to act because he is still uncertain. He is still scared and afraid of what might happen if he chooses to do something different. So having clarity is important, but what is more important is to understand that fear, worry, and all the guilt and negative emotions are not going to control you, are not going to be real. And overcoming that, overcoming your negative emotions, will mean that you can act, will mean that you may actually put one step in front of the other and go on to improve your life in this world. So, having clarity is nice, but having clarity isn't everything. To understand your fear, to overcome those fears and doubt and worry, is what will eventually allow you to act outside of your comfort zone. So this morning I may have great clarity that if I do X and Y, I am going to improve. That if I get up every single day at 5 a.m. and do 3 hours of work, then I will improve. But you see, this is the logical side of our brain thinking. And anything rational and logical does make sense. But unfortunately, we are not machines. We are humans with emotions. And we are scared. We are scared that what if I woke up this morning and I can't sit still? What if I call this person tomorrow and they reject me? We are constantly worried about fear. And you may think you think logically, but you're always thinking in an emotional state, no matter if it's positive or negative. You may be happy that you're working today, or you may be dreading the feeling of work. But either way, your emotions will always come in first, and it may be subtle. And it will always first control you if you don't see it through as it is only. And it will always control you if you don't see it just as it is, an emotion, something that will rise and fall throughout the day, something that shouldn't control you but is one of your own making. So the moment you decide to not let these negative emotions of fear, doubt, and anxiety control you, then that is when you may have a good chance of acting outside of your comfort zone, of actually doing something that you're never familiar with. And by then, certainty can go out the door. Because once you master your emotions, you may not be certain. You may not have no clue on exactly what you're doing, and you may have no idea if what you're doing is going to put you in the right direction of growth. But when one person has no fear, when one person has no doubt in his capabilities to deliver himself in a higher status, then he will act no matter what. He will act accordingly to what he believes. So this matters on what you believe. So are you the type of person who believes that I have to be certain before I act? Or are you the type of person who doesn't care about the plans or strategies and you believe that if I act today, it is better than doing nothing? You see, these two type of people are different. One has to be certain, but yet he's scared. He is certain because he wants to avoid failure. And the other may not be certain. He may be the clueless guy ever, but he doesn't care if he fails because he knows through failure and he will learn from it. And you see, we have a lot of these people in our world. We have a lot of people who likes to plan everything, who wants to be a perfectionist just to avoid failure. And we have some people who rather not plan and just go into the world blindlessly with his belief intact, knowing that if he does what he says he will achieve eventually a higher state in life than the rest. I'm not saying that either one is bad or good, but what I'm trying to say is if you're trying to break free of your state of comfort, if you're trying to reach a new height, then you certainly cannot let negative emotions stop you back. You can't let yourself hold you back. And no matter how much certainty you have in the world, you will not act if you are controlled by your emotions. So just know, nobody is perfect. Even the people who seems to be perfect are still learning from life themselves. They're still gaining the experience from life itself. And surely, you certainly won't have a high chance of having the roadmap laid out to you. You may be the one person without a mentor, without a coach, aiming blindlessly into your own journey of improvement. And that's okay, because each individual should experience their journey of their own. They should learn from their mistakes, they should learn from failure. But just understand, no matter what failures you come in contact with, no matter how many times you get beat down, you can always have another day to fight. You can always improve on yourself. And that is important. And once you realize that a defeat or failure won't beat you to the ground forever, is when you should have the courage to stand up and fight again. Because we all have a chance, we all have a choice to fight again. So let's not let these emotions hold us back, because we certainly cannot break free from our old self if we constantly listen to these fears of our own making. Therefore, I'm going to go downstairs now and do what I said. Have some protein, take a little bit of a break, and then come back and head into my second work block before I absolutely destroy my body today. That being said, I'll see you guys in a bit.
So guys, it is David here, and his time is currently 5:24. And I missed out on a lot of recordings today, and I know because this new schedule I had implemented, I am still not quite used to. And also today I had some obligations I had to go, so I didn't manage to sit here and record my afternoon clip. Well, that obligation is actually having a job interview. Yes, I actually finally talked to some people. I am no longer in this dungeon 24/7, and it felt great. It felt great talking to people, and it sounds weird saying that, but guys, when you don't socialize for a long time, like, it gets quite irritating. Like, you got to go talk to people. Otherwise, isolation forever is definitely not the best way to go. Like, even in prison, at least you get to talk to people. Like, you're not really isolated in your room 24/7, so you still have that human connection. Today has been not only a great day, but a fabulous day because I spent the mornings to myself. Not only did I do a little bit of work this morning, but I managed to do a little bit more. And that is very important because that made me just win my day as such. So even though at the moment I may have not put into more effort into my work, at least I had that 5 hours to really ingrain the knowledge this morning. So tonight I'm still thinking about doing the things I want to do, doing the things I love to do, and certainly I am not going to end my day here. But all I'm saying is that even if my day ends today, I'm satisfied with my achievements because I felt like I learned, I felt like I actually applied my knowledge. Therefore, today is a victory of its own. That being said, though, I hope today has been a wonderful day for you guys too. And I do hope you guys have learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.